All right.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, water. Fuck yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Gabagool. I'm your host, Tim, here with my co-host, Jesse.
Hello.
This podcast is a deep dive of the entire series of The Sopranos. We'll be covering one episode at a time, full spoilers going forward. Today we continue with Season 1, Episode 5, entitled College. First aired February 7th, 1999. Good stuff.
It was a good time.
Yeah. So, the title of this episode basically gives the overall of...
Yeah, it's just a road trip.
It's a road trip to college.
It's a daddy-daughter road trip.
Yeah.
Where he spends very little time with his daughter or listening to her. And every single time she says something questioning him, she's right.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime she asks what she's doing and then she immediately gives an answer what he's probably doing. He's like, no.
I love that she just flat out just turns to him and goes, "Dad, are you in the mafia?" And the look on his face is just like, the fuck?
Yeah. Well, just the ending
Yeah.
when she's like, what's with your shoes?
Yeah.
Your hand.
Yeah.
It was that man, wasn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
God damn it, Meadow, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And then he's like, "What do you think happened?" And she's just like, "I don't know, you got in a fight or something?" It's like, yeah, a fight.
A murder fight. But I saw those ducks that used to hang out by our pool. Yeah, like their relationship is pretty insane how it's episode 5. And like they get along like a father and daughter.
Yeah.
Like anytime he's like messing with her too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like putting like a headlock or something.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. He makes like weird noises like
Yeah. Shoves her when she's all hungover.
Yeah.
Just like,
don't drink. What does she do? She drinks.
damn it. Shit froze.
And it was like right after she told him about
Taking speed.
Yeah, I took some speed.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them back. I have to sing.
Jesse, you can't sing tonight.
Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Jesse.
She didn't cop out Christopher though.
Yeah.
Props to that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought for sure that's where that was going.
I know. But she's just like, "Where did you get it?" After this reaction, I'm not telling.
Yeah. And his answer's so good there. He's like, how did you think I was going to react?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just told me you're doing speed.
If I knew there was going to be a lecture, I wouldn't have said anything. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But that's a total teenager move. Like, it's just like, oh, I thought because I was honest, like...
Yeah, well, the whole episode, it like, from both sides. Like, she's the asshole.
Yeah.
And fucking AJ is the idiot.
Yep.
Like when he fucking brings Carmela an egg when she's in bed with the flu.
What? You said poached eggs. You're not gonna eat them now, after all that work.
I guess my eyes were bigger than my stomach.
And he's like, it's a poached egg. And it's like, that's a hard-boiled egg, you son of a bitch. And the mom just shakes her head and like, go play Nintendo.
Yeah.
At Jason's. Get out of here.
Yeah. And he was only supposed to be gone an hour.
Dude,
but,
I was so confused with like time stuff. Because like there was like later in the episode where it seems like her and Father Phil have just been like drinking their asses off and like watching movies. And like she wakes up to a phone call and like, what is it, like 4 a.m. now?
Yeah.
And it's like AJ, like, I'm going to sleep over. It's like, what the fuck? What time is it? Has all this happened within a period of like 5 hours? Like, the fucking Father Phil, man.
Dude.
Well, this is a different Father Phil, number one. Because they introduced Father Phil in like episode 1 or 2, and it's a completely different actor. I remember thinking that too when we were doing the first watches. I was like, that is not the same Father Phil whatsoever. And I looked on IMDb. This is the first episode of that guy playing Father Phil.
Huh. I actually didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I just kind of like, he wasn't, maybe it was because the original Father Phil, he was just
Very
kind of,
little lines.
Yeah, very little lines, kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
So I just kind of assumed, oh, the guy coming in dressed like a priest is the same guy.
From that one scene, you just think of Carmela fucking handling an AK-47.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's overshadowed
Yeah.
by the AK-47.
But yeah, dude, this guy's amazing. Father Phil is amazing.
Oh my God.
I love Father Phil.
Yeah.
He just like comes over, I just needed to tell you.
Yeah.
Jones for your ziti.
Yeah, I've got a Jones for you.
No, it's great too though, because like throughout the show, it's like a running gag where it's like he just goes from like house to house of all these like married women just eating their food. It's fucking hilarious. I love him. I love when you can see like when he's had too much to drink when he's giving communion.
Oh my god, when he finishes drinking the thing and just
he's
the
like,
eyes are like
trying to like finish up on her.
Yeah, he's just like fuck.
They do that awkward fucking hug.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure like it just had to be he was like I need something to prop me up. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like I am only here for food.
Yeah.
And DVDs. You have a DVD player.
I know when she's like he's ready to leave and she's like I know how much you love that DVD player.
Yeah. It's like what the hell? What a lone. And there's that one line where she says like sleep is my number one. Oh, never mind. It's like all she does is lay around the house all day. What a weird existence she's living. And then she has that breakdown during her confession.
Yeah.
And the entire time when it's his angles, he's just like, fuck, I don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
I want to hear nothing of Tony's business.
I know. He's just like, I do not want to be involved. Everyone knows. Everyone just doesn't talk about it.
His freak out in the morning when he wakes up. He's like, my car's been out front all night.
Yeah. He definitely thinks he's ending up in a ditch.
And then when she tells Tony, he's like, what the fuck are you telling me this?
Yeah. And she's like, what'd you do? He gave me communion. And he's like, I bet he gave you communion.
Yeah.
Like,
and then she's like, I'm just trying to tell you this. He's like, how the fuck am I supposed to react? He's like, I have no idea how to react right now to this news.
Yeah.
And then, real quick, Gabagool. He's eating some Gabagool.
Oh, is that what he's eating?
Yeah, he pulls it out of the fridge, eating the Gabagool. So fuck yeah.
Awesome.
An appearance of Gabagool.
Fantastic. I still don't know why we named the podcast the Gabagool.
Just after Capicola, basically.
I will find out, I'm sure.
Basically the Capicola podcast. You know that's what it means, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you knew that's what it means.
No.
That's just a cut of meat, the Gabagool.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's like those slices of meat he's always like eating at, the Capicola. That's just they call it the Gabagool.
Yeah, you were just like, let's call it the Gabagool.
That's hilarious that you didn't know why.
You were like, you'll understand why. I'm like, okay. And I was like, and I just went along with it.
Oh, yeah, I guess still, there's still like a little bit of that ominous. We won't even get into it.
All right.
When we get to it, we're like, Gabagool! Yeah. But, and then like the ending, like, because she's like, oh, by the way, since you're pissed about the father's staying here all night, Jennifer called.
Yeah.
And it turns into a sitcom.
I know. Oh, Camilla, come on.
Yeah. And he does that takeoff, and the camera just slowly goes black in the empty kitchen.
Just like
awkwardly.
Just like waddling after her. Just
yeah, this and like this fucking mistress.
Oh, yeah.
Was interesting this episode.
Yeah.
Fucking calls her first.
Yeah.
And then when he's done with that, he calls Camilla next.
Yeah. And I love him during this entire phone call. He's just like, why the fuck did I call? Like, he just...
Yeah.
He realizes so quickly that he does not want to be on this phone right now.
Yeah, it was probably the biggest mistake.
Yeah.
And that whole... the prosthetic leg thing. He carried her like a white knight. He's like, whatever. He just hangs up.
He's just like, fuck. I gotta go.
Yeah, my daughter's coming. But yeah. This was so exciting, though. Like, the whole episode being about him spotting...
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? It was like Feb, something like that.
Yeah, I forget what his real name was. Yeah. It's like Peters or something.
But that was such a good little subplot for the entire episode.
Yeah,
like a little background thing because it was like Tony finally getting his hands dirty.
Mm-hmm. I love his phone calls with Christopher.
Oh, dude, they were the best.
Yeah, first of all, just Christopher being like, "Oh, it's pouring." Like
no. The best line of the whole episode was Tony calls him the second time, and he runs to the phone, he answers it, and Tony's like, all right, what do you got? And he's like, wet shoes. It's like, fuck yeah! Christopher is the best.
I fucking love Christopher.
And then at the end, he's like, come on, let me fly down. Yeah. I want to be made. Oh, real quick, shout out to the gas station scene, the guy with the fucking bottles of water. That guy is hilarious. When Tony sees Feb... Yeah. And then Feb takes off after throwing his squeegee in the thing, and then takes off at the gas station.
Yeah.
There's Meadows talking to these two dudes at the car.
I see them.
And
there's
this one bro guy holding like this bottle of water, and he's like, "What's going on?" Like it's the fucking best part, man. I'm just gonna keep rewinding it, just the "What's up" face.
Yeah.
And then he takes off like this camera shot. The camera shot during the car chase scene is absolutely perfect because it's not like weirdly edited. It's perfect timing of like when the car is going to pass by when he's going around and you see the other car coming. It comes by just as when it should be coming by. The editing on this and the camera work was awesome for this car stuff.
Yeah, they didn't overdo it at all.
And I think they were actually in the car. It wasn't like green screen stuff. Like you could see by the windows and like
I think
outside world.
I think it was
like,
just they had a car following behind them.
Yeah.
With,
but even when they're inside, like these shots.
Yeah.
Like you could see like the bug prints on the window and everything.
Oh yeah.
Also, why are they staying at a motel? You think that Tony could just get a hotel? Like, why are they at a motel?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is keeping a lower profile, maybe.
Maybe, or it just looks better on film.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The seedier motel looks way better, especially with the payphone right up front.
Yeah. And I love that she's just always like constantly just like, why are you on the payphone again?
Yeah. Yeah, she's always figuring him out.
Yeah.
Like she knows what he's doing every time.
Yeah. He answers the phone. Bada bing.
Yeah. And then I wonder if like he wrote like that number on that poster.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that comes up later or something. It'd be interesting if it did.
Yeah.
I really can't remember. I feel like it does, but it might not. I might just be going crazy.
That's possible. Yeah, but this is like you were saying, this storyline of Tony just kind of catching this guy randomly, and it being that moment when Fabian.
Yeah.
Being that moment he sees Fabian and he calls Chris, and it's like he's very clear. He's like, I need to make. I need
good storytelling.
Yeah, he's like, I need to make sure that it's him, and then Christopher. Obviously, he wants to help because he wants to be there for Tony. He wants to get made. And at first, Tony's just like, no, if it's going to be anybody, it's got to be
someone that knew, like personally was fucked by the situation.
Yeah.
But that's what was great about that whole thing. Is when Christopher's like, who is this guy? He goes so detailed into like what this guy did to fuck everyone over.
Yeah.
To like, he's like, yeah, he was like pushing heroin. Like my dad had just gotten sick and he never recovered after hearing that news. It's like, it was so specific of like why we got to get this guy. Yeah, like and it was done in like 40 seconds.
Yeah. Like they just showed so easily just how deep seated this was, that it's probably something that is just like, has always eaten away at these guys that knew what happened, that were there when it happened, just always wondering, how did we let that guy get away?
Yeah.
Like,
and even like it's like well, didn't he go into witness protection? It's like, yeah, but he got kicked out. It's like, yes,
yeah,
they've covered every fucking detail of like why this guy could just disappear.
Yeah. And
then it turned into like a little detective story, like a little like cat and mouse. It was awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I love that it was not only just like Tony. It wasn't just like Tony creeping around like his life. Then it flips it.
Yeah.
And Fabian like finds where he is. And that moment when he's aiming the gun and it's just Tony and Meadow going into the motel like after she's drunk. And I that scene I thought was so well done that it was just like I need to do this, but it's just, it's like
couple next door.
You can tell that the couple's there, but you can also tell like his daughter's right there, and he's just he wants to fire it, but it's just like even he says it later. He's like, I kept saying to myself, it's just a coincidence. He's just taking his daughter to college, like as if he was trying to convince him that.
And Tony's like, I don't even fucking care.
Yeah. It's like, no.
That's too bad. You should have shot me.
Yeah, I thought, and
because he does that one line where he's like, if you'd shot me, everyone would have been fucking crawling this place.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the back and forth with him and Meadow, and like this dinner scene here. I loved this dinner scene. That it was like it solidified like their relationship.
Yeah, it's like they're the only ones in the family and they can talk to each other. Mm-hmm. Like no one can talk to Carmela about anything.
Yeah,
like AJ's an idiot. It's like they're the only ones that have like a solid relationship.
Yeah. She even says, when he says, how do you feel about what I just said? And she's like, at least you're not denying it, like Mom.
Yeah,
and I thought that was a great line.
I mean, what's great about this episode is it just the airing out of like the hypocrisies of Carmela.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like when she has the breakdown. It's
Yeah.
just like, I take all this money and it's just like I can't believe I put my children in this kind of like, like into this life. It's just interesting that she says this out loud.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like this, season's gonna go on. Will she heed that advice? Or will she just do what she always does?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just forget about it. Like, oh, I don't feel bad anymore today.
Yeah. And even here when he's talking about kind of how he got involved in it, like he just gives her just the quick basic like family lineage that it's just like it was his father, his uncle, grandfather, like it's just this is what you did in the family.
Yeah, like the school shit wasn't what we did back in the day. Like they didn't push it because it wasn't really what you're pushing. You push the working class.
Yeah, and so it's one of those moments where you see early on this is the life that he has, but he clearly doesn't want this life for his kids.
Yeah,
like he is so excited that she's going to school, that she's doing well in school.
And it's like the only time where like Tony's like not lying like the entire time. There's like he's actually being like 80% truthful with her most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell it's like some of the stuff that he's just like editing out I feel like it's not him necessarily lying about it. It's just like he's told her a little bit and that's gone well. And I think he knows it's just like there's no way I can.
Yeah, I'm not going to spell it out for her.
Yeah, I can't spell it out for her. She figured out enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's that. And I think he obviously knows in the back of his mind that's not going to be.
Yeah, I mean she's fucking smarter. Like that whole earlier part where she's like, "Don't be mealy mouthed."
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
Oh, that means was it like basically trying to make yours like self look good, even though it's like for your best interest, but you're just basically lying about things. Yeah. That's what it is. It's just like lying to make yourself look good.
Okay.
It's like I'm sure you do good things, but let's not kid ourselves what you do for most of the money.
Yeah.
But and then when he drops her off before he goes to do the hit at the real estate place. Like he drops her off at the steps and just takes off. Like that whole, I left my watch at the motel. Yeah. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, come up with a better life for your daughter. And then she just like fucking sighs and walks up those stairs like real hard footed.
Yeah.
And it cuts immediately to that fab guy talking to the two heroin addicts that are like so over the top playing their fucking addiction.
God. Yeah.
The one girl keeps flicking her cigarette.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm gonna fucking kill her with a shotgun, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was interesting though. I really loved like the slow setup of like him choking him out.
Oh yeah, that was great.
It's the deer.
The just that slow burn of the scene. It's like the entire time Tony's out there somewhere, and you're just waiting for the camera to turn and him be right there. I thought the pacing of that they did it so well because it didn't feel obvious of when he came out. So the college, that's pretty much the majority of the college trip.
And then it ended like with him when they go to the final school and they hit you over the head with that one message on the wall. It's like, we get it. Yeah. That's what this entire episode's been about.
Why does the random guy walking down the hall
fucking skater,
listening to music is just like, kid? And he's just like, yeah, he was our most famous alumnus.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like,
what the fuck? Like, what? That was the one part of this episode that took me out, and I was like,
it was just too much.
That was not as tight as the rest of the episode.
It was just spelling it out for people, too. It's like, he's living two different lives, and he can't tell the difference between them.
Yeah, and it's like...
And he's bewildered to see that his family can see through it.
Yeah, and it would have been fine even if you just left it at the quote.
Without the kid.
But you just didn't need the kid to say anything. No one cares who said it. The quote's there. Like, the quote said
I wonder who that kid is.
I know.
Like, what his relation to the production was.
It's a nephew of somebody. Yeah. He was the best boy.
He was the best of boys. Yeah, fucking Father Phil. I'm excited for future Father Phil episodes.
Yeah, so I mean this whole thing between
this is the best. The schnorr. I hope you don't think I'm a schnorr.
Yeah.
And then he goes, yeah, he's like, it's like, what's that? It's a dude who like just like, goes around taking meals. And then she pulls the fucking food out like to make room for another spot before she puts it back in. And he gets under it and fucking takes a piece. And it's like, you just did what you were talking about. Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. What's interesting is when she gets upset about Dr. Melfi, is that she's got the flu too. So I wonder if it's like in the back,
Yeah.
She's like, oh. I have the flu, and she's got the flu.
Yeah, I didn't.
Connection is Tony.
Yeah, I didn't catch that till the second time I was watching, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, because when she said I have the flu, I was like, oh yeah, it's going around. And I was like, wait, Carmel's the one in the episode that's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a really like straightforward episode.
Yeah, it was really nice actually. It was a nice change of pace because I felt like we got so much more time with specific characters instead of just everything jumping around and getting a little bit with a lot of characters.
It's interesting too because it's just the family, and I feel like that doesn't happen that often in the show because it's mostly about his business, and every now and then it's like they kind of like segue into it. But this is all literally family because you cover like the Carmela, AJ at home, and then like Meadow and Tony. This entire episode. Well, and it's like the only other person from the outfit is Christopher pops in for the payphone visits.
Yeah. I think a really interesting thing with Tony's trip with Meadow is I feel like it was this he's supposed to just be out there having this just father-daughter trip. He's out in fucking Maine. Yeah. It's like he's not where he is. He shouldn't be running into anything. And I feel like it's really interesting that randomly he's just out with his daughter looking at colleges and his other life still finds a way to creep in. Yeah. And I thought that was really, really interesting. And it's like...
Real quick, a fuck up. You know what kind of fucked me up watching it the second time? When Tony, the last time, goes to the payphone to tell Christopher that I'm going to take care of this myself. Yeah. Don't book the ticket. And then the next morning comes, him and Meadow get ready, and they leave. And the guy's been sitting in his car eating, watching him all night. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you do it when he's in the payphone talking to Christopher? Yeah. Like that was
that's a good point.
It drove me crazy. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like, all right, Meadow's definitely not here now. Yeah. Like, this is after he went in drunk and you missed your shot.
Yeah, he's clearly distracted on the phone.
And then you've been here all night. Like, did you go to get these snacks during the phone call? Fuck, dude, you fucked up.
He's trapped in a phone booth. Like, it's probably your best shot.
Exactly. Yeah, that part kind of drove me crazy. I'm glad that we... loop back to that. I had that real capitalized notes. I was like, what the fuck is up with this?
Oh, this whole conversation. I love
the Beatles line. This is it. He's gonna say it.
He just goes
right here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Or yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He gives this poignant factoid about that. If you add everything Jesus said, it just comes out to 2 hours. And then she's like, oh yeah, like the Beatles, all their albums, it's like 10 hours. And he's just, yeah.
I am eating your food and I will continue. I will just agree. I thought it was interesting. They're talking about The Last Temptation of Christ.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was interesting that when she's like, so, like, what does that mean at the end? Like, did he get down from the cross? Mm-hmm. And then he's like, it's funny you should say that. And then, like, he just doesn't explain it. I was like, it's so good that they didn't explain it out. Yeah. Because it's so, like, open to interpretation of what absolutely. That was. I think it's pretty plain and simple that, like, he just begged for forgiveness and he was put back on the cross. Yeah. I think that was an actual life lived out because of the trickery of the devil, all this bullshit. Yeah. But, like, I think he was put back up on the cross. Yeah. That was his wish, and he got it. Mm-hmm. Or, it could just be that all that stuff was in his head while he was laying on a cross, crucified, screaming. That would actually be the better, probably. Yeah. He probably went into some weird psychosis.
Yeah. Yeah.
That part fucked me up. I remember watching that in, like, 8th grade and thinking, like, Jesus Christ is having sex. This probably did not sit well with people.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I had heard about that scene before I ever saw the movie. And so it's like I knew going into it, but
that was it, man. That was the movie that basically blacklisted Scorsese for like 2 decades.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why, like, when he finally won for The Departed and everything, everyone was like, oh, it's over. Dude, think about the movies that were coming out, like Goodfellas and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Like Casino.
Ton of things he should have won for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because he made that Jesus Christ film.
Oh, Jesus. Did I miss the Chianti line?
I think we did.
Damn it.
Oh, what's funny, right there, is when it's like further into the night, he's holding white wine, so you can tell that he's drinking more wine.
Yeah.
Originally, he's just drinking red wine. Mm-hmm. So he's just fucking blowing through bottles of wine.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like, shout out to fucking Eddie Falco for not wearing any makeup whatsoever this entire episode and looking crazy. Like, yeah, she just lets herself out there.
Oh, yeah.
It is absolutely brave.
Well, I think that, yeah, that's, I feel like her whole story is just like, is her she's away from everybody. And so she's left alone to deal with just the inner turmoil of everything that she's
waiting for the fucking house of cards to come down.
Yeah. And with, Father Phil, like,
Father motherfucking Phil.
yeah. Father motherfucking Phil.
I love Father Phil.
He with him around, it's they bring in his character, and she's able to like bounce off just out loud all the things she's thinking in the most perfect way, because she has this whole I'm trying to be a better Christian because she wants to feel better about all the shit that
she feels bad about every second of the day.
yeah yeah
I mean, she's just as bad as him. That's really what it is.
yeah
She's an enabler and a hypocrite.
yeah, and she like this is the first episode we see her fully just admit to all of that.
Yeah. I mean, this whole season, I feel like, is just a breakdown of Carmela.
Yeah.
Where she's just hit the wall, and it's just like, where's she going to go from here?
Yeah.
Like, how is she going to deal with the situation from here on out? Because she just can't stand it anymore. She can't stand her life.
Yeah, because in the previous episodes, she's putting everything on Tony. He needs to get therapy because everything's his fault. She didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And so this is the first moment that we see. It's like, no, she's fully aware.
Yeah, I mean, this is also after the episode where what's her name told her the whole thing about, like, I used to sleep with Tony, but that's just not the life I wanted. So
yeah.
And she's like, because like that pause that she does in that episode after she like walks out.
Yeah, she doesn't say a word.
She's like, you can tell that she's just like contemplating it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, is this the life that I truly wanted or should have stuck with?
Yeah. I mean, like that waste management business, though. Mm-hmm. It's good money. Well, and also, I'd like to point out, not one black person in this episode. Is that interesting? It's a weird thing I noticed earlier. Even at the college, I was like, there is no black people in this episode whatsoever.
Yeah, I feel like especially for a college, you should.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. See if you can find when they're at the bar and then those two girls come up.
Okay.
The one on the left. She just might have been really Italian, though.
I don't know. I feel like...
Oh, no, yeah. See, it's after the bar because... What's his name is...
okay, so the bar...
So it's got to be in, like, the 20s.
Yeah.
All to find out if the show is prejudiced.
It's such an unnecessary part of this episode.
What?
Just determining the diversity of the show.
This is, you get about, a few decades of years in this world, and we're spending 3 minutes of it finding out if this girl is black or not. Maybe there was a black guy at that bar. Did you see any? No, I don't think so.
I did notice...
the guy at the fucking, the mechanic, he was a great actor.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's a good
Just
actor.
wanted to shout out to the mechanic.
No, dude, I just love the way he was like, yeah, why are you asking? Like, is someone after you? Like, everyone's like really like picking up like Tony and this other guy's like questions. Nope.
Yeah.
Her arm is white as fuck.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at the light beam off of it. Dude, not one person in the background.
All right. Did we cover everything in this episode?
Dude, this, like I said, it was just like two A story, B story.
Yeah.
And they just like, it's pretty simple laid out.
That's why I feel like we're missing something.
There really wasn't though. Like
Yeah.
even like going through this, it's like, I don't know, Meadow got drunk with those two girls that were like, had no personalities whatsoever.
Yeah. I love the second time around, it's kind of just like a throwaway line, but it's when they're coming into the hotel and she's drunk and she's like, Dad, you're not mad at me, are you? And he says, he says a little bit. And then right after, it's just as they're walking in, he kind of just like quietly says it. It's what I'm supposed to be. Like, it's just this one little line of just like, I'm your father. Like of course I'm mad, but I'm still your father and I'm going to help you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to help you get home. I'm going to help you learn from your mistakes. Like, I don't know. I thought it was a throwaway line, but I found it a nice moment.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even notice that line.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, really great episode. I was this episode, last episode, definitely stuff is picking up, but this was, I thought, an excellent episode. I'm looking forward to jumping into. You said it really picks up from here.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, everyone always talks like the college episode is when it picks up.
Yeah.
And like I said, every episode we mention it, it's like the Pine Barrens one is like the ultimate one that everyone talks about.
That's season 2.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't know my life. Everything is just blending together with TV shows. I just don't know where I am anymore.
Yeah.
Like this one is like completely taking over my life. Like my whole week is just thinking about The Sopranos. I watched it 3 to 4 times.
It'll be this way for a year and a half.
I know it's I don't know if I'm breaking a little bit. I don't think I'll ever have to watch it again after this. Maybe like when I'm dying.
This is your finale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I get like sick or something, they're like, put it on. That and the Beatles anthology. Let's watch it one more time.
All right. This was episode 5 of The Sopranos of season 1. And tune in next week for episode 6. I don't even know what the title of the next episode is.
It's
Pax Soprana. Pax Soprana?
I don't know. It sounds
Latin.
Mexican.
Oh, all right. So yeah, next week, tune in to the Gabagool. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
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 Bye.